me saying that the government is possibly involved in all of the sex trafficking of people, especially children, or is it all fake news and conspiracy theory, in your opinion?
You can't say that it's conspiracy theory, because when you think about all of the child molestation that takes place in the Roman Catholic Church, if the Roman Catholic Church can't do that trafficking without government assistance. It's not like they just come in there and people ain't reporting it. And when it gets hushed up, that's the government. That's the police force. That's everybody. And their connections are up high. When we talk about white supremacy, that is white supremacy. When you see a white cop, when you see a correction officer, when you see security guard, all of that is white supremacy. So the sex trafficking of minors and children and kids, just like we found out later about the government's involvement in the drugs. You know what I mean? When Ronald Reagan was saying trying to be against drugs, we found out later that he was working with the CIA to promote drugs. So it's the same thing with sex trafficking. We'll find out the government had a hand in that too. It's all like, never think that any criminal activity that makes money in America, the government's hand is in it, because they're the biggest criminals in America. That's, again, which goes right back to why the Epstein files are not going to be released. You want the proof it's the biggest? Trump was found guilty of those charges, you know. When they took Trump to court, Trump got, I think it was 37 counts, between 31 and 37 counts. He was found guilty. They paused his conviction so he could run for presidency.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Never saw nothing like that. But you want to believe in the government. You want to believe in the American way. When you be American, you're going to be a criminal. There's nothing that you can't do. If you want to be a homo, lesbian, drug dealer, abortionist, whatever you want to do, and you're American, you can do it, because there is no real rules in America. It's only when the white man says, okay, let's take him down. When the white man says, okay, he got too big. And this is why it's hard to fight against, when they say with Diddy, with the whole alcohol thing, when he tried to get the alcohol stuff, it's hard to fight when people bring that argument, because they dropped the charges, because there was no proof. So now that leads to the conspiracy theorists that say they did that to Diddy because he wanted to buy this or do that. Because when you get too big for your britches, they will shut you down. But most importantly, if you're not sinning, they can't shut you down like that. If Diddy wasn't a homosexual already, they wouldn't do it.